What's going on, guys? Today we've played some... Jeez, I came in English already. That's a great start. I screwed up my English as soon as the video started. Anyway, today we are playing Reflex and we're checking out a track that is called Unnamed Beta Track by Plush. It's on Reflex Central, and yeah, the title seemed to get... People keep asking where to get tracks. Go on reflex-central.com. All the tracks and skins and whatnot are there. That's where you get them, but guy is named Plush, and the thumbnail looked interesting, so I downloaded the track, did about half a lap, and then I'm like, hey, this is pretty aight, I gotta make a video here. So, yeah, that's the story behind that, and it's an interesting track. It says, beta version of his track that he has not named yet. I am reading the description as I'm riding, that's why I went off the track. It's a pretty novice track, not technical, has some fun jumps, several jumps that are meant to be scrubbed hard. That's probably one of them, but I prefer to toss backflips tricks over it while I'm not even looking at the screen, and I just found another jump right there we can scrub. He'd like to add the kind of roughness like Rubicon and Zyphar has, but he's having trouble trying to replicate that. And Zyphar is kind of frustrating to me because it's too rough to really... It feels like you're never really ever actually gaining any speed because there's always bumps everywhere and that just kind of bothers me. But Rubicon is just a very amazing track, obviously. If you haven't seen the video, just go on YouTube and type in MX vs. ATV Reflex Rubicon, and you'll see what they're talking about. Jamie T made that track, and it's by far one of the best, if not the best. No, I'd say Rubicon's probably the best track out there for Reflex in terms of just uniqueness and awesome. I don't know, like, Jamie T's tracks are just so amazing. There's a Zyphar is not, no, that's not Jamie T. Jamie T is the Jamie T compound, obviously, and like Rubicon, or the two I think of when you think of just absolutely perfect tracks. Those two are both very, if you've never seen the Jamie T compound or the Rubicon track by Jamie T, go look those up. They are the guy is just a legend with these tracks. They're just absolutely amazing. You go check those out. But oh, that is a big, nice and floaty jump. I wonder how many of these I can hook double backflips over. Let's start playing that. Oh no, it's not backflip to step up. Okay, so you don't want to flip this jump because that's just a setup. That's a setup step up for this jump, which you probably do want to try and backflip if you're not going to just absolutely case that with your front wheel there. It's probably don't want to set up to try and what's the word? Backflip or double backflip a jump that you're lining up to case. That probably wouldn't end over all that well, I imagine. So then you get some whoops here. We can just pound our way through, which is fairly simple. And yeah, there's a nice. Grab that inside. No, we're gonna blow it out. I always aim for the inside rut, because if I go for the inside, I know I'm gonna blow it out. Then I have the outside ruts to go to. Whereas if I go for the outside, when I blow the outside rut out, I'm just off the track and don't have several backup ruts. And I can huck out a backflip over that tabletop. Nice and simple, very smooth. Oh, I just ruined that corner so bad. I have to like slow up and just double this. You see, I'd usually go left and triple this, but I gotta like slow up and double. I think it's a better line to not hit the one on the left though, because then you end up singling out if you go that way, as opposed to just smoothly tripling out or doubling out, whatever it works out to be. I think it's just a triple then if you don't hit that one. Anyway, I'll get back to that when we get around to that part of the track again. But again, these turns, weight the outside peg, lean outside the direction you're turning, and you'll have much better luck with not falling off the bike. You can throw a big old kiss of death super can flip, and not quite have the air time to get the super can back up. But you probably could throw out a huge no-handed flip, which I'm probably going to do next. This is just a really big floaty jump. It's fun to mess with. Can we just wheelie all the way down that? Yes, we can. It's just a fun track. Like, this track it's not technically challenging, but I'm honestly having a lot of fun with it. Flows, I freaking hate the word flow. Flow is such a bad word to use when you're trying to describe a track, because you cannot quantify flow. That's not something to be quantified, so it's not a good way to measure a track. But it just rides very smoothly, and it's a very well put together track, and I can honestly appreciate that. The guy did a great job with this. This is a beta track, mind you, so, yeah, there's obviously stuff that's going to change, like, it's kind of plain right now, because it's a beta, there's a jump you can scrub pretty hard, but it is kind of plain right now, because it's a beta track, and it's just, like, to get the outline of the thing, so you can, like, see what he's doing as he's developing the track. It's obviously not the final version. I'm not one to really care about track looks. It's just a bonus, but I'm not gonna like be upset if a track doesn't look good, because I honestly don't really care too much about that. I just want it to be a fun thing to ride around on. And this is definitely a fun thing to ride around on. There's some nice little corners there I can completely destroy and ruin. This little step down launch thing right there. And then there's one of these big old floaty doubles. I want to hook a double backflip over at least one of these somewhere. Ooh, pull it back around. That one sketched me out for a bit. Alright, hopefully we can just let up a little bit, let off the gas and scrub. Maybe don't scrub it actually, because the scrub did not come back all the way for me and I landed kind of sideways and it through. I want to try that again. I think, oh, watch it, that's a steep slope right there. So I think this would be a fun section if you don't screw it up like I keep doing. Let's try and do this the right way for once. Come around, and it's not scrub it this time. There we go. Step up, and can I just double backflip off? No, we're not getting a double, and there was no way. So for a single flip, and roll that corner without going off the track. There we go, and keep it in check. Bounce, 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 bounce through the whoop-de-doos, and there we go. The whoops-de-doos. That's a new patented phrase from me that you'll be seeing all of the professional announcers using for the next Supercross season. There'll be the whoops-de-doos because, there's a whoops when you just did. I tried to nosedive there to make a point, but I couldn't make the bike crash in time. But yeah, if you crash into whoops, then that's a whoops, and the whoops. Boom. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is the bad way to go here, because you're gonna end up like singling out. If you don't case that, you end up just taking a single out of there, which I don't think is a very efficient way to get around the track in my limited knowledge of this game. But anyway, we're gonna just make our way around here. Try and close out a couple more laps, because this track is just fun. Oh, here we go. I'm trying to do a kiss of death backflip to no-handed landing here to see. Just throw out some really big tricks over these jumps, and they're fun to mess with. Okay, I'm not going to get the no-hander out in time, but we will get the kiss of death flip stopped out there. Brakes into the corner. There we go. Hey, I didn't launch out of that track that time. There you go. Actually get into the corner without flying off. Scrub that. Pull the bike back, and I think we're going to scrub this as well to the left. Actually, no, you gotta launch that one. There's a step down right there. Watch the berm. Let's not go flying off the track again. Hopefully we get a triple in. Not quite. Not quite the triple I needed to make happen there, so we're gonna just kind of carefully slide out of that section. Throttle control through there to not fly out. Scrub that. All the way back around and bring it back. Cased it. Just the teensy-weensy bit of the cases. Little case of the cases. No-handed through the whoops because I am a pro. That'd be ridiculous if somebody was just charging through some whoops or rollers and just took their hands off the bars and kept going. It's like, nah, don't even care. I'm done. And they just, instead of crashing, they just kept rolling through them one-handed. That'd be great. Like that little wheelie thing you can do off that. Can I backflip down this? Yes, I sort of can. If I don't land completely sideways, that's possible to flip down there. And can I roll out into a nice no-handed backflip here? I like how you can still use the throttle and the brakes without your hands on the bars. In this game, it's pretty freaking great. It's so realistic. Alright, step up. It's like, we'll do another one of these knack flip. There we go. Bring it around. Just a bit of a crash there. It's probably only going to put him in the hospital for a couple of weeks. It's minor. Very minor crash right there, I believe. Why did I just get reset? Right, okay. The game did not like what I was going for and decided I had to be reset for some reason. Alright. Hook around that corner. These whoops are fun to mess with. You can like stop you through the whoops. That'd be something cool to do. It'd be a nice like party trick. Just do stop you through a whoop section. It'd be freaking hilarious. Probably don't know how possible it is to do, but it'd be pretty funny to see somebody pull it out. Is that a new technique for getting on their brakes early into a corner? Alright. Let's toss out a 360 into this corner. And then we're gonna keep going this way. Dodge those pylons. We gotta, what's the word? Slalom through those yellow cones there. That's why those are there. Ooh, that was a very fast backup again. You gotta slalom through these cones. Why else would they put them there? So they're just slalom through. And launch that. Ooh, we may have missed a cone there. That's unfortunate. Ouch. These things are a pain to slalom through. Jeez. So I go this way. Cut back through there. That'd be a fun challenge to do for a track lap, is slalom through every one of these freaking lane markers. That'd be hard to do, I bet. If they weren't so close together, it'd be a lot easier. Oh, just took one out. Oh boy. Alright, get back on that side of it. Okay, I'm done with that now. I'm done. I'll go back to actually trying to do a lap here. Again, you could throw out some big tricks, pull it back. Not quite pulled back in time, because we didn't have enough speed to get ourselves out there a bit further to actually land the jump, unfortunately. And wheelie down, there we go. Keep on rolling this way, around that corner. And we'll probably get one more big... Oh, we just got wrecked. I'll probably hit one more big floaty jump for this video, and I'm getting a message asking. No, I'm not gonna. If you ask me to play multiplayer, and if you ask me once to play Reflex and you're on my friends list, that's. If you add me on Steam and you ask me to play Reflex once, you will get deleted. I am. If I want to play Reflex online, I will send people invites. If you ask me to, you will be deleted immediately. It's just, every day there's so many messages saying go play Reflex online, and it's like, no, you're just getting deleted, not dealing with that. But just casually huck out that flip. That was a pretty line through it. And next time I crash, I'll stop the video. That's gonna be the new goal now, because I like when I get a smooth line going, I like that. And that's something you want to slow up for and actually hit that corner, or hit that berm back there to get a good line into here. Wheelie over the hill, on the brake, through that corner, whip it down there. Alright, we're going to try and do like some sort of a backflip no-handed lander. Oh, we're not getting, I don't think we're getting away with that. No, we are not going to be getting away with that. I think there's another big floaty jump coming up though, so we're going to keep going. I'll have to come back and try that trick again here at C. Yeah, we're going to first person for this last little bit here, so I want to get some interesting tricks in here. Kiss of death, backflip, over-rotated the backflip mix. I set it for a double flip and I only want to do a single there is the problem we just had. That's also a problem when you set up for, you want to do a low flip and you set up to do a high flip. That's another problem. But we're going to huck it over here and we're just going to toss it like a bizarre backflip I'm feeling over this big jump here. And pull it back. Not quite, but that's going to do it for now. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want more stuff, leave ideas in the comments, perhaps, and I will hopefully see you in the future as we lay the video out. Right here, my voice should be fading out to blackness.